All right, you guys. Monty is providing wonderful entertainment tonight. I love it. So when Holly and I were talking about tonight and talking about this passage, she was like, 2 songs come to mind. And so I just want to name this, and then Holly's going to lead us in a song, kind of just to think about these lyrics before we keep talking through this. Oh, man, he is so fast. So here's something that I just want to name. A lot of times when I see people struggle with their faith, when I see them really have to start to deconstruct, when I see them really start to question, a lot of times it revolves, or there is an origin around prayer trauma. Around, I am praying and I am asking and I am believing and it's not happening, and maybe this isn't, right? Or what is going on? Maybe I'm not enough, right? A lot of those kind of things tend to creep in to our hearts and into our minds and kind of take root in our soul when we're in a space of praying and waiting and hoping. And so I want Holly to lead us in these lyrics, and I just want you to kind of use this, kind of build off of the conversation you've just had and how honest you were, or maybe things you weren't willing to be honest about. And I want you to think about those as you listen to these lyrics, and then we're going to kind of challenge our perspective on prayer a little bit tonight. So listen to these lyrics, and we're going to jump back in.
Last night, Jesus, we both know I tried. Jesus, feels like the world's in pieces. I'm sure you've got your reasons. I have my doubts. Jesus, I have my doubts. When everything that's right feels wrong, all of my belief feels gone, and the darkness in my heart is so strong. Can you reach me here in the silence, singing these broken songs, looking for the light for so long, but this pain goes on and on and on. Can you reach me here in the silence? Jesus, what a week we've had. Jesus, has the world gone mad? Jesus, feels like the world's in pieces. I'm sure you've got your reasons. I have my doubts. Jesus, I have my doubts. When everything that's right feels wrong, all of my belief feels gone, and the darkness in my heart is so strong. Can you reach me here in the silence, singing these broken songs, looking for the light for so long, but the pain goes on and on and on. Can you reach me here in the silence? Are you there? Can you hear me? Do you care? Are you near me? 'Cause I'm scared and I'm weary. Are you there? Can you hear me? Are you there? Can you hear me? Do you care? Are you near me? 'Cause I'm scared and I'm weary. Are you there? When everything that's right feels wrong, all of my belief feels gone, and the darkness in my heart is so strong. Can you reach me here in the silence, singing these broken songs, looking for the light for so long, but the pain goes on and on and on. Can you reach me here in the silence? Can you reach me here in the silence?
Anybody relate to the lyrics of that song a little bit? So here's where I want to start as we change our perspective a little bit on prayer. I think that one of the places that we often maybe make our first mistake when it comes to looking at prayer is to think that prayer is only about words, that it's about what we say. It's about how we say it. It's about, what we express in prayer. I know some of us were raised to be like, I can't say that. I can't express doubt. I can't ask questions. I think one of the things I need us all to kind of unlearn and release is this perspective that prayer has to be verbal. 7, where it says the Holy Spirit interprets even our groans as prayers. Like, I've had some prayers that just sound a whole lot like weird barnyard sounds. Like, I'm angry and it's like, or I'm sad and I'm crying, or I don't understand and I'm like weeping. I've had prayers that just, they just make noises, but it's not about being able to verbalize a word or even being able to articulate a sentence clearly, right? It's about our heart. And so here's what I want to challenge us with the most. I think that one of the biggest ahas for me in my relationship with Jesus, in my faith, and especially in my relationship and engagement with prayer, was to realize that prayer is really just hope. Think about that for a second. Prayer is really somehow